Hello everyone. So it's been a long time I haven't posted any videos. So today we are going to learn IaC. So infrastructure as a code. It's part of the DevOps cloud infrastructure or infrastructure automation, I would say. So let's get into the concepts. So IaC, infrastructure as a code. So the uh, ideal definition is, so infrastructure as a code is a practice of defining and managing your IT infrastructure using a code instead of a manual user interface or ad hoc scripts. So in simple words, IaC means you write configuration files that describes what infrastructure you want. Networks, maybe in networks, VMs, databases, security rules, load balancers, etc. etc. So this tool then reads the code and automatically creates, updates, or destroy the real resources to match the desired state. So there are multiple IaC tools that are available in the market. So Terraform, Puppet, Salt. So now today we are going to see the tool named Terraform. This is one of the leading tool in this infrastructure automation. So let's look into the Terraform. So what is Terraform? Terraform is a open source infrastructure as code tool developed by IaC Corp that allows you to define, provision, and manage cloud and on-premises infrastructure using human-readable declarative configuration files. So you, instead of going and manually setting up the servers, network, storage, you can simply write that as a code, declares the desired state of your infrastructure, and so that the Terraform automatically figures out how to create or change the resources to match the state. So it works across multiple cloud providers like Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, making it easy to manage the complex and scalable system consistently and repeatedly. So the advantage of using Terraform is it keeps a track of your infrastructure state and dependencies to ensure safe updates and efficient management throughout its life cycle. So where will I apply this? So you can apply this Terraform in a public cloud infrastructure or multi-cloud setup, on-prem servers or hybrid servers. So Kubernetes, that is one of the DevOps tools, and automating your networking and security profiles. So this is on the cloud infra areas, and in DevOps platform as well. We can apply this. One is on the standard environment like staging and production, testing, staging and production environment. So self-service infra like GitHub, CI/CD tool. So multi-tier apps like database, networking, cache, CDN, like etc. And data serverless and others. So when we mean data serverless, so databases and serverless concepts like Lambda, Azure functions. So in edge platform and even in artificial intelligence and machine learning infra, so we can use and apply this Terraform. So first let's see how to install the Terraform. I'm using Mac, so I just use brew install Terraform. And if you are using Ubuntu, then follow this step. So the repo, we always use the official repos of IaC Corp. So if you are using Ubuntu debian, sudo apt-get update, and follow this step. And on the right hand side of the slide, it's for CentOS or HCL. Okay, so those who are using Windows, you need to manually download it and install it on your system. All right, so before getting into a practical session, so let us look at the common blocks. Okay, so Terraform block, first we need to have this provider block in this code, and resource block, variable block, output, and module block. Okay, these are all the common blocks that we use in the Terraform while we write a Terraform code. So let's use a dummy code to understand the Terraform code format. Okay, so for that I'm going to use this VS Code tool. So I already have the Terraform plugin installed. It is not mandatory, but if you use it, it will become it comes more handy for you. So click here, extensions, and in the search box if you type Terraform, you will get a list of Terraform plugins. So since I already installed, it is not showing the install button here. So it is from the official IaC Corp. So I installed it already. So after you install, you will see this. So what I do is I'll open a folder. So I already have a folder created, Terraform project TTF. That means project Terraform. So inside I'm going to create a new Terraform file. It should be in the format .tf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create instance id.tf. Okay, open it. So here I'm going to create a file exercise.tf. So right now we have created the Terraform file. So this we are going to just use it for a testing purpose. So in from our upcoming session we will see the actual Terraform. So so we see in the slide there are multiple blocks. So the first is the provider block. So who is the provider? Okay, and the resource block, variable block, output block. So now we are going to start our code with the provider. So who is the provider? So data. Okay, we're going to say AWS underscore AMI. So since I installed the plugin, it is auto populating, but let us see line by line. So who is the provider? Let's go with the auto populate itself, Ubuntu. Okay, and double quotes, close it, open flower bracket. So we need to provide some of the filters on functions. Most underscore recent is equal to true. Okay, So don't worry, there is a public document available. I'll show you where to find all these things. So even I am taking it from the public documentation of IaC Corp. So and then we are going to do a filter. Okay, filter. So filter by name equal to some name. I'll give name itself as name. And then what we are going to do is we are going to create a value. So values, and here we are going to use the list. Okay, in a square bracket. So in a square bracket values. So this is the default which is popping up. So I'm going to go with the default populate. Okay. Okay. And then we are going to create one more filter for the virtualization HVM hypervisor VM. Okay, the same filter name is virtualization hyphen type, values is equal to HVM. And then we are going to write one more block called the owners block. So okay, so you will we will learn it later why we are using owner. Okay, so now we have completed the data source block. Okay, so now we are going to write the output. Output so exercise.tf. exercise.df. Let's go with the default value. Description, let's give any description, the desired output that we wanted. All right, so now we have written our first test, a dummy Terraform code. So data source block, output block. Okay, so now we are going to execute it. Okay, so for that, in this drop down, select default bash. Okay, so right now I am in the folder where we created the TSF file. Okay, so now what are we going to do is so we are going to format. Okay, so we need to first format the Terraform, then plan and execute it. Okay, so what are we going to do is we are going to format it. Okay, Terraform FMT. So okay, now after formatting we are going to initialize the Terraform init. Okay, it has been successfully initiated. Clear the screen. So Terraform. Now we are going to plan. No changes, your infrastructure matches the configuration. So Terraform has compared your real infrastructure against your configuration and found no difference, so no changes are needed. Yeah, so this is just a dummy Terraform that so this is just a dummy Terraform that we prepared, so it's not going to make any changes in the existing configuration or our infrastructure. Okay, so let's apply the Terraform. Okay, since there are no changes, it is successfully applied. Okay, so apply complete, resources 0, added 0, destroyed 0. Okay, so no changes. So the Terraform is going to keep our state in this file. So if you click here, so you will see the state. So it maintains the state, and when you update or make any changes to the existing configuration, the changes will apply from the state that it maintains. Alright guys, in our next video, let us see the Terraform configuration changes that gets applied on the real infrastructure environment. So let us use AWS infrastructure and try these changes in that cloud environment. Thank you so much.